Rejoice in the Lord always. Again I say, rejoice. Let your forbearing spirit be known to all men. The forbearing spirit, you look it up in Greek, the forbearing spirit, forbearing attitude, it's your ability to deal with things without whining and complaining and fussing. That's a forbearing spirit. When you've been given bad news, are you going to break down? Then, I mean, I'm not saying it's not common and it doesn't happen. I'm just saying at that point you don't have what he's talking about, a forbearing spirit. You don't have it. You have a broken spirit. Forbearing is like, okay, I understand the circumstances. Praise God. That's a forbearing spirit. And he says, rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I say rejoice, so you can have that kind of attitude in front of everybody. Forbearing spirit before all men. And he finishes that sentence, because the Lord is near. What does that mean? Well, I'll give you two different perspectives to look at that. Rejoice in the Lord always, no matter what you're going through. And maintain that kind of attitude in front of everybody, because the Lord is near. Number one, because he's right beside you. You're not alone. You're not alone. Get over this stuff. You're not alone. Number two, another little different perspective, the Lord is near, is because time's short. It doesn't matter how much junk you're going through. It doesn't mean it's going to be that way forever. Amen. Amen. Be anxious. Anybody ever had an anxiety attack?
Yes.
You know that anxiety is being over anxious. That's where the words come from. Same word. Anxiety, anxious. So if you're being anxious in this context here, that means you're having an anxiety attack. Be anxious for nothing. Aren't you glad he didn't say, be anxious when stuff's really bad? Be anxious for nothing. May I paraphrase? Be anxious for nothing. Quit worrying about everything. Quit complaining about everything. Quit worrying about everything. I'm standing in today. That's past. What happened yesterday to you, whatever happened to you yesterday, financially, or in your health, or with your husband or wife, or whatever. You know what? You got mad at somebody at work. Mad at your teacher at school. Whatever. You know what? It's in the past. Why do you want to live there? The past is gone. Why would you want to live there? This would be the future. Yeah, but you don't know what's coming. You don't know what they're going to send me at the end of the month. You don't know what that. You know what that is? It's living in the future. Why do you want to live in the past? It's gone. Why do you want to live in the future? It ain't here yet. You know what living in the past is? Being bitter, being full of remorse, bitter, unforgiveness. That's living in the past. Maintaining bitterness and resentment. That's not very healthy. And you know what living in the future is? Living in worry. Living in worry. You know what worry is? It's like paying interest on a loan that you haven't got yet. Did that make sense to anybody? Mm-hmm. That's what worry is. You're paying interest on something that ain't even happened yet. All right. Quit living in the past. Let it go. And quit living in the future, because you know what? You may wake up tomorrow in heaven. So, let's call it today. Today is the day of salvation. Today is the day of healing. Today is the day of enough. Jesus said, look, he said, every day's got enough problems of its own. Mm-hmm. So why do you want to live in tomorrow's problems that ain't here yet? And why do you want to live in yesterday's problems that are already dealt with? Bro, every day has enough of its own. Quit living in the past or the future. Rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say rejoice.